Okay, how you doing? I took a day off, but we got the porch cleaned up and some stuff removed, wood, so you can see the where we put the I-beam in. This is where you were looking at the building. So I'm standing on what is now known as the second floor plan. This was the original deck above us, built by Buffalo Bill, the serial killer. And then he put these 6x6s in. And then we had this huge I-beam, you see? This I-beam. And here's where a piece was cut out by Dennis to make sure the I-beam was strong enough to support the deck, and it was. We got all these angles in here. Those were original. And then this part of the porch was put in second. So this, under here, there's 4 I-beams going across. Big I-beams. From that I-beam to the wall with pockets. And that was originally to support this big bathtub. Doesn't have any electronics, so we just put water in it and a bucket heater, but this one's seen its better days. This thing has no purpose. This was put in by my handyman. It's just when I was out of town, he thought, oh, this would be extra support. I'm going to take those out. We don't need them. They're superfluous. Per the plans, I'm looking up at the 3rd floor plan, and you see we added all these joists and bridging per the plans. We had to add a bunch of extra joists, and you'll see they originally had 1/2-inch bolts for the faceplate, but then we had to put in like a 3/4 inch, maybe 7/8, at least every 16 inches. So there's a whole bunch of these. I think we put in way too many. So this is holding the faceplate of the 3rd floor up to the wall. That's not going anywhere. Now, holding everything up are these 6x6 columns. They made us add these steel angles everywhere. Now, so you see the I-beam. This is the original I-beam. Then we added this part of the porch to the 2nd floor, and this was just a joist originally, but the plans called for us to put in an I-beam and more joists, and so you see we had to drill wood into the I-beam with those self-trapping screws, and then we could put the Simpson, what are they called? Not anchors, Simpson sheaths, whatever they're called. The hangers, Simpson hangers, go into the wood. So if you see, the wood is attached to the I-beam by the self-drilling screws. I open this up so you can see the top of the I-beam right there with the wood attached to it. See where the self-drilling screws went in and the extra joists. Oh, and then it rests on a brick parapet there, and it goes all the way across into a pocket right down there. If you can see it, it's going into the wall. That's going nowhere. It's an I-beam. And now they didn't like the back of this porch because we only had 2 spanning what would you call them, spanning joists. So they made us sister on 3 more joists to the 2 existing and put in all these extra screws all the way through. That we did. So we got 5 joists supporting the rear of the deck, going into a pocket in the brick wall. So basically, this thing is bulletproof. You could load the whole thing up with big fat women, no problem. Have them jump up and down. So there's the third floor. Okay, so I understand your concern with that porch collapse in Lincoln Park. I would have had the same concerns if I were you, seeing that superfluous wooden structure dangling off the side. So when you come out for inspection, I'll show you all the other stuff up close. Alrighty, thank you, and 10-4 signing out.